Morning. Uh, Today we have two new commands in AutoCAD, offset and mirror. Let's start with the first one, offset. Offset to draw an offset line or object. We can call this command from modify, offset, or this little icon, or O, enter. Just write O and then enter. After you calling this command, AutoCAD will ask you three questions. The first question, what is the offset distance? You have to write a number and then enter. Then you have to select the current object that you would like to make offset to by click. All the time, this is by selection or by click. All the time by click, just click means left click. Then AutoCAD will ask you which side you need to make offset. If you have a line and you selected this line, so you would like to make offset this way or this way. So offset is a very powerful command that will help you to do more in AutoCAD. Let's try this command. So if you open modify, we can find offset, this one, or this little icon offset, or O enter. Assume we have a line with a vertical line with a distance 10. And you would like to make offset for this line at a distance 2. So I will call the command offset. AutoCAD asking you for the specify offset distance. I will find write 5, enter. Then I will select this object. Then AutoCAD will ask you this side or this side. You have to make click on the side you would like. So I will click here. That means I did offset for this line this way. Also, if you have a circle, this circle with a radius 4, for example, if you call offset or enter, AutoCAD will ask you to define the offset distance. I will write, for example, 1, enter. If you click this circle and click inside, AutoCAD will create an offset for the current circle. If you click this circle and click outside, AutoCAD will create another circle parallel or offset to the original one. The same also if you have a rectangle, 5,4. So 5 by 4. If you call offset or enter and your distance 0.5, for example, enter, I will select this rectangle. If you click inside, AutoCAD will create offset for the whole rectangle. Keep in your mind, if you draw this rectangle by line 5 by 4 by 5 by 4, this is rectangle. And this is rectangle. This one is drawn with the command rectangle, this one. And this one is drawn using a line. What is the difference? The difference here in offset. If you call offset and your distance 0.5, enter. If you click this rectangle, it's only one click because it's only one object. And the click inside, AutoCAD will create offset for the whole rectangle because it's one object. But if you draw your rectangle with different lines, unfortunately, if you do offset and your distance 0.5, enter. If you click this one, you are making offset for this line only. This line only. This line only. This line only. We can do it this. But keep in your mind, I need to clear or I need to delete these extra lines so we can clear them using chamfer. Do you remember that? CHA. And your distance will be 0. I will select distance, 0, enter, 0, enter. If you click here and click here, I can chamfer, I can delete, I can clear, I can clean this corner. One more time, chamfer, this one and this one, chamfer, this one, and this one. Chamfer, this one, and this one. That makes sense? So this is the difference between drawing a rectangle using this command, rectangle, or drawing a rectangle with different lines. That makes sense? So offset is a very powerful command, will help you to make another copy offset to the original copy. Keep in your mind, if you call offset, AutoCAD will ask you 3 questions. What is the offset distance? Write a number and then enter. Then you need to select the current object. Then you need to select or to click on the side you need to make offset. The second command is mirror. Mirror is if you have this mirror and you are sitting here with your object like this one. If this object is mirrored around this mirror, you will create another object on the other side like this. Like when you are watching yourself on a mirror, you will see another copy but reflected. That makes sense? So keep in your mind, if you have this body and you need to make a copy, it will be created like the original one, exactly like this one. So this one, exactly like this one. But if you did mirror, mirror will be reflected on the other side. To make a reversed or reflected copy or a mirror copy. Mirror can be called from modify mirror or can be called using this little icon or MI. Keep in your mind, M enter is move. MI enter is mirror. After you called or after calling the command, AutoCAD will ask you 4 questions, not 3. We need to select the object and then enter. We need to select 2 points on the mirror line. If you would like to make mirror, this command, we should have a mirror. So we need to select 2 points on this mirror. Point here, for example, and the point here. Any 2 points, just the 2 points to define the line of mirror. Then AutoCAD will ask you, hey, do you like to erase the original object or keep it? Just enter because I would like to keep it. Yes. Okay. So I'm sorry, erase source. I will say no. I don't like to erase the original, but I need to keep it. That makes sense? Let's try. Let's try. Assume we have this shape. Assume we have randomly shaped like this. If you make copy, CO enter, select your object, enter, and make copy. So the new copy will be exactly like the original one. But if we have a line here, I'm assuming this line is your mirror. If this object watching itself on this mirror, let's see what will happen. Here is mirror, or modify mirror, or MI enter. AutoCAD asking you to select the object. I will select this object, enter. AutoCAD asking you for the first point of mirror line. I will select this point, for example, and then this point. AutoCAD asking you, do you like to erase the original object? I will say no, so I will enter without selecting anything. The default selection is no, so I will enter. Here you go. So did you remember the difference between copy and mirror? Mirror did another copy, but reflected, reversed copy. That makes sense? So for example, if we have this shape, this right angle triangle, and if you call mirror, select object, enter, we need 2 points for your mirror. We can select this is your mirror. This is a point, and this is a point, then enter. Here is the mirror. I created another copy for this one, but reversed copy because it's a mirror. That makes sense? And keep in your mind, if you have this shape, for example, one more time, and you have this line as your mirror, if you did mirror, MI, enter, select object, enter, select 2 points, this point and this point, keep in your mind, this distance between the object, the original object, and your mirror equal the distance between your mirror and the new object. This is the properties of mirror. So we cover today offset and the mirror. I'm gonna use these two and the previous comments to draw this exercise. I have a window in any building or any house. This building looks like this shape. The total width is 1.2 meter. The total height is 1.2 meter. So the first thinking about this drawing, you will draw a rectangle with 1.2 by 1.2. But I have a different opinion. You have to think first before starting. I'm thinking to draw this line or this rectangle, which is quarter of the whole rectangle. This quarter, the width will be around 0.3, I think. And the height will be 1.2. Let's try it. So I will draw rectangle with x 0.3, comma, y 1.2, enter. Here is a rectangle. I will make zoom in. It's not small. You can make zoom in. Then this rectangle has another rectangle inside. The inside rectangle has offset distance equal how much we can assume it. It's not given, but we can assume it like 0.05. 0.05. So I will make offset that we learned today, and your distance 0.05, enter. I will select this rectangle, and then I will do click inside. That makes sense? Then I will do hatch for this color, which is green, between the outer rectangle and the inner rectangle. I will do hatch with this color. So we have hatch, if you remember, hatch, H, enter, or draw hatch. We are going to select a solid, and your color will be green. We can use, I think, dark green. So I'm gonna use dark green, this one. And then click in between. Just go ahead and click to cover the area in between. Just click, enter. I am done. Then this one will be hatch also. We have hatch, horizontal lines. Hatch and horizontal line. Unfortunately, we don't have horizontal line. If you look here, we don't have hatch with this shape, horizontal line. So I will use the inclined line. Are you kidding? And your color will be green, light green. Hey, your line is inclined. If you click here, it's inclined. That's fine. I can adjust the angle to be 135. You can try many angles, 45, 90, or 135. The best angle will be 135. If you try 45, you will have vertical lines. But I will make it 135. If you try it, it's a horizontal. But I would like to make more. So don't click. If you click, you are done. I will adjust the scale to be 0.25. Let's try. Here you go. You are satisfied? Just click. You are done. So what I did, I draw only one bar, 1/4 for this rectangle, for this window. The remaining is I will do mirror or copy. It's up to you. If you make mirror, let's try copy. If you make copy, for this object, then enter. I will hold it from this base point and put it here. One more time here. One more time here. I am done with the window. Very easy way. Let's do it one more time. I did rectangle with dimension 0.3, 1.2. I did offset 0.05 for this rectangle. I did hatch in between. So I select the solid. I selected the color to be dark. That's all. So just click and then enter. I did hatch one more time. The inclined. Your color will be light green. Your angle 135. Your scale 0.25. Then click here and then enter. If you would like to make mirror or copy, it's up to you. I will select this one, enter. I will select the 2 points represent the mirror line. I can make another mirror for the whole 2 and your mirror between these 2 points. I am done. That makes sense? We have another one, which is this one. Let's try this door. The total height of this door is 2 meters. The width is 1 meter. So only 1/4 of this door will be 0.25. So I will draw only this rectangle, adjust it, make it clear, and then I will do copy. So 0.25 width, 2 meter height. Let's try it. Here is a rectangle. 0.25x and 2 meter height. Okay. So guys, if you do offset 0.05 for this rectangle, sorry, offset 0.05. I don't like this one. I don't like offset here. If you look back, we don't have offset here. So you can adjust it. It's very simple. Just select the inside rectangle. Come here and click on this blue shape. Just click and grab it to down. That's all. Very easy. Very easy way. Hatch, solid, dark green. The color, it's up to you. It's not a big deal. And I will draw a line here. This line. At height, we can assume it at height, for example, 0.3, for example. You can assume anything. So I will draw a line from here up 0.3, and then I will go. Why? Because I need to make hatch, solid, light green for this area. Then hatch, inclined, light green, angle 135, scale 0.25 for this part. That makes sense? Then I will do copy or mirror. It's up to you. Copy, I will hold it base point from this side to the next side. Then the next side. Then the next side. Or you can do mirror for this part and your mirror line between these 2 points. And you can do another mirror and your mirror line between these 2 points. That makes sense? There you go. This is how to draw this window and this door. We have here this balcony or this patio. Probably if you are not civil engineer, you will not be familiar with this drawing, but we are training ourselves how to use AutoCAD to draw these. So looks like we have this line with length 4 meters. We can do offset. This vertical distance is around, I think we can assume it like this one is 0.25. 0.25, 0.25. So this one will be 0.5. So we have 0.5, 0.25 and 0.25 and 0.25. So the total height is 125. That makes sense? And the total length is 1. So we can start from here. I will draw a line with a total length 4. I will make offset. Enter. The first offset 0.5. Enter. I will do offset for this line. Escape. Why you did escape? You can continue by offset. Unfortunately, the first offset at 0.5, the second offset at a different distance. So I have to change the distance. So I have to go escape, do escape, and then call the command one more time. Offset. So AutoCAD will ask you again about the distance. I will define 8.25. So I will do offset here. I think the next offset also 0.25. So I can keep going. If your offset distance is still the same, you can keep going to do offset. But if your offset distance changed, you have to escape and call the command one more time. I will draw a vertical line. I think the vertical line will be until here. And we need to go back here. So to do this, we have a vertical line. If you draw a vertical line here, we have to draw another line here by offset 0.15. I can do it. I can draw a line here, but it's not good. We can do offset 0.15 and then delete the original line. That makes sense? One more time. Line. I will draw a line here, but it's not correct. I will do offset 0.15. Here you go. That makes sense? What about this curve? How can I do this curve? It's very easy. But just think, I will draw a vertical line. Hey, I said curve. Okay, go ahead and draw it a line. And then we have fillet. Do you remember that command? Fillet or F enter. We need to define fillet the radius. Your radius will be 0.25. Between this line and this line, we created the curve. One more time, fillet, and the radius is already 0.25 defined from a previous command. So I can just go ahead and select the two lines. So if you look to these lines, represent the outlines for this shape. What is the remaining is doing H enter, solid, light green, this one, and this one. You are done. Dark green in between. So I will call H, solid, dark green, and select the area in between and then enter. H, one more time, H enter. We have a H here. You can select any one. I think this one box. And your color will be brown. If you select, wow, it's inclined because your angle is 135. Go ahead and make it 0. There you go. So angle 0 and the scale 0.25 will make a good edge for you. That makes sense? So this drawing, this one and this one, it's very simple, just a line, rectangle, offset, mirror, and some hatch with a specific color and the specific shapes. You can draw what you are looking for. So what we covered today, we covered 2 commands, offset and the mirror, and we used these 2 commands and the previous commands like line, copy, rectangle, fillet, chamfer, all of them to draw this exercise.